Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. In today's video, we will be celebrating Christmas in July with 3 Christmas DIYs. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with DIY number 1. Okay, so we're going to use this black chalk paint by Folk Art. And we have this board here that we're going to use, and this board actually used to be a wine holder. So what I did was I went ahead and just removed the metal piece that holds the wine bottles, and then I went ahead and patched the holes with some wood filler and sanded them down. And then now I'm going ahead and just painted it all black with the paint, and then I'll use my heat gun to dry the black paint so that the process will go a little bit faster. Then I decided that I probably should use the Krylon chalkboard paint, only because I had more, and I had to do 4 coats of black paint on this piece of wood. So here I am just going over the sign one last time with the 4th coat of black chalk paint, just to make sure that I have full coverage and that I don't have any bleed through. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this sign here that I purchased from Aldi's and from their clearance aisle. It was $1.25. I'm going to go ahead and also paint it black using the Krylon chalk paint, and I will be using this little sign for my my second DIY, but since I'm already using the black chalk paint, it was just easier to go ahead and paint them both at the same time. I'm just using the heat gun again to speed up the drying process of the paint, and I also used 4 coats of black Krylon paint on that little wooden box also. So my next step for my first DIY is to get the scrapbooking paper in order of how I want to use it for my project. And here I am just showing you the different scrapbooking papers that I already have. Some of them I did get from Hobby Lobby, and the ones that I got from Hobby Lobby, I'm showing you the price. And the other ones came out of a scrapbook that I purchased from, I believe, Joann's and maybe Hobby Lobby. I just have a couple different ones, and I just took pages out of the ones that I had. And I also and all those scrapbooking books were all on sale for like less than $5 on the after Christmas sale. So here I am just showing you the different again, the different scrapbooking pieces of paper that I'm going to use and the prices. And now I am lining up my stencil for my little Christmas tree that I'm going to make using the scrapbooking paper. And the first stencil is a triangle. Comment in the comment section what your favorite Christmas movie is. My favorite Christmas movie is a Christmas Story, and my second is Die Hard. And I am a person who enjoys watching Christmas movies throughout the year. Now that we have all of our pieces cut out to make our Christmas tree, we're going to go ahead and start to put it all together. So here you can see that I am just placing the pieces of scrapbooking paper in the order and trying to size out how I want to put them on the board. And I'm also taking a piece of wood, I guess it's like a piece of like a limb that I purchased from Dollar Tree a couple years ago when they had the wood packs. So I'm taking a piece and adding that to the bottom of my tree, and I'm measuring out where to put it so that it's centered within my board, and then I'll go ahead and start to use the Mod Podge to attach the scrapbooking paper to the board. And I also use hot glue to attach the stem at the bottom of the board, and then I will start from the bottom and work my way up to the top to make it as even as possible, to make my tree as even as possible as I go up the board. So now that I have used the Mod Podge to adhere the scrapbooking paper to my board, I am going to take a snowflake that I purchased from the Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, and I'm going to attach that to the top of my tree as my tree topper. And then I will take some more Mod Podge and I will use a generous amount to go ahead and coat the top of my Christmas tree. So my Christmas tree is finished now and I absolutely love it. Well, we're on to DIY number 2, and I am using the black frame that I purchased from Aldi's for $1.25, and I also am using some of the leftover scrapbooking paper that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I'm using some snowflakes that I purchased from the Dollar Tree and some scramble letters that I purchased at Walmart. And I'm going to use those letters to spell out a word in the shape of a Christmas tree. So what I'm doing now is measuring out how big of a piece of scrapbooking paper I need to place inside of my frame. Some of you may ask, why do you call yourself the Migraine Crafting Diva? And the reason I call myself the Migraine Crafting Diva is because I have chronic migraines, and I use crafting and decorating as a way to distract myself from the pain that I have when I'm having a migraine. And that's why I call myself the Migraine Crafting Diva. And my hope in starting this YouTube channel is to help other people who have pain, and not just migraine pain, but it could be any kind of pain, back pain, knee pain, nerve pain, any kind of pain, to help motivate them to be able to find things that they love and do to help distract them when they're having pain. So what I'm doing now is I am applying a generous amount of glue using my glue stick to the frame and also to the back of the scrapbooking paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and just press firmly just to make sure that it's sticking very well to the back of my frame. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my letters and my stem and the snowflakes that I purchased from the Dollar Tree to my frame. And this is actually a really simple DIY, and it turned out so nice. I absolutely love the way that it turned out, and I hope you do too. So I have completed DIY number 2, and like I said, it's a really simple, easy DIY, but it is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. So we're on our final DIY for today, and what I'm showing you now is a glass plate that has a Christmas tree etched in it, and I purchased that at the Goodwill for $2.99. And I also have a base that I purchased from the Repurpose project, and I'm not sure what the base is from. I think it may be from the bottom of a lamp, or it could be from a candlestick. I am not sure, but here I'm showing you that I'm going to take my 1-inch drill bit to make that hole bigger. Actually, my husband did that for me. He made the hole bigger, and then he drilled random holes throughout the base for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint the base with a hazelnut paint, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some white wax on top of it. And then once I have finished painting it, I'm going to go ahead and you'll get to see what I'm going to do. It's a surprise. I have applied the white wax, and now I'm taking a damp cloth and then just wiping off some of the white wax to get the color that I want onto the base. So now that my base is done and the color is the way that I want it, and I absolutely love the way that it looks, I am going to go ahead and start to remove the felt from the bottom of the base, and I'm going to go ahead and add my surprise. And I'm sure most of you have already guessed what I'm going to do, but if you haven't, my surprise is going to be, I am going to add, you guessed it, fairy lights. I love fairy lights. We have fairy lights throughout our whole home. So I am going to go ahead and twist the fairy lights into a little circle to add to the top, and I'm going to take some I'm going to take some tape and attach the fairy lights to the inside of the base, and I will add just a little bit of hot glue on the tape just to make sure that it sticks and stays in. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the lights around, and then just put the little bulbs into the holes that I have drilled into the base of into my base. And then I will go ahead and attach the plate to the top of my base. And this is one of my favorite projects. I just love the way that it turned out. Actually, I love the way that all of my projects turned out, and I just cannot wait to use these items for Christmas. I actually think I'm going to leave this tier tray out probably for the rest of the year, because it is just so nice, and I love the way that the light shines through. So now that the fairy lights are in place, I'm going to go ahead and cut a new piece of felt to add to the bottom of the stand, and that way I can go ahead and remove the felt when I need to change out the batteries and to be able to turn the lights on and off. So here I'm going to take some E6000 and I'm going to go ahead and put some around the top of my stand, and then I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to add that to the areas where I did not put the E6000, and then I will go ahead and place my plate on top of my stand. And that is it for my DIYs for today. I thank you for watching this video. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I will appreciate it. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you. Goodbye.